Hello and welcome to another edition of Video News. Now let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. I got a couple videos from Jaime Maussan. We got this one here showing another one of these spinning lights in the night sky. Also have this, which they're saying this is a large car-sized flying craft spotted over downtown Los Angeles. It didn't really, it was definitely a car size, but it doesn't look like a car. And then let's see this one. Oh yeah, now these are these videos where people are claiming that these orbs are shape-shifting into what look like fixed-winged craft. And then here's a old video which has been out for a while. This one was posted a year ago, where some guy, I think this was on the East Coast, was followed by a set of lights. And then this is a very interesting video here. This is about some tunnels that were discovered under Sacsayhuaman, Cuzco, in Cuzco. It's one of those megalithic sites. And then this is a very interesting clip from John Ramirez, where he talks about, the crafts that we are seeing. They are residents, visitors, and strangers. So he explains that, and then he also mentions something about disclosure. Which what I've been saying is that there's not going to be disclosure. He says essentially says the same thing. So we'll play that, and then I got this. Again, this is not anything to do with UFOs, but I had mentioned before how as a little kid I used to flip through one of these civilization books. Like this is the ultimate, what is it? Yeah, the ultimate visual history of the world. I'm not too sure if it was this one, but it was very similar. But how when you flip through this book, you go from like Homo sapiens, right? Or prehistoric man, and then you just like the next chapter, all of a sudden you're into cultures. And to me it was just very odd that you just go from caveman to this, and then from this into creating these gigantic city states. And I always thought that there was something missing. Anyways, we'll just take a look at that. And then last is this article here about this new whistleblower, Randy Anderson, talking about being taken into underground military facilities where he encountered an orb levitating and some type of bracelet that emitted holograms. And then of course we're going to do the images again. Oh, I forgot to say, so a couple people had mentioned that Ariel. The reason why I said Ariel is actually not a girl. It's from, most likely from the Ariel school landing. That these are the drawings from the children from Ariel school, or some of them. I guess the ones that say Ariel are from the Ariel school incident, which was I believe in Africa, where there was a landing and a bunch of elementary school children saw these beings and communicated with them. But anyways, if you appreciate the time and effort I put into bringing this information to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video, and more importantly, please subscribe. Anyways, let's check out this video here. Let me go full screen. And check this out. I think I'm queued up. Yeah, I'm queued up properly. Check this out.
Was zur Hölle ist das? Das ist ja crazy. Hä?
Estas impactantes imágenes fueron registradas en Lipstadt.
Let me stop that there. Let me just turn the closed caption on so we hear what he says. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I don't have a set to let's see if I can set this to. Oh, you know what? I don't have it set. We're not going to listen to this. We're just going to look at it. I don't think what he says really matters. But, I've said this before about this type of phenomenon, I believe, is something new. Because I don't recall ever seeing anything like this, let's say 20, 30 years ago. or maybe even up to 10 years ago. So, you know, the same way we come up with new models, right? We upgrade. I wonder if this is like maybe an upgraded craft, again, by our advanced neighbors. And I don't think this is, I wonder if this is a different clip here. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, no, this one's definitely different. See, now the fact that, you know, that this one here is not spinning, but then later on they'll get it to spin it. To me, it seems as if they want us to see them. Right? They want us to know that they are here. Anyways, that's that. Let's go to this next video. Let's see. Now, yeah, this is from out of LA, they're saying. Large car size craft spotted over downtown Los Angeles.
Look! I don't think that's it. That's not comfortable there. That's the noise.
You know, now one thing about this craft, it isn't like making any kind of, you know, UFO maneuver, right? It's just essentially just floating. But we definitely don't hear anything. And it's odd shape. Never seen anything shaped like that. Look at that, like a delta. Hey, you know what? Remember, a lot of the NASA symbols have this, right, they call it a delta.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Bro, I'm not shitting you. Look at that. Hold up. What the fuck is that? A round? And then there's a little dot by it. What the fuck?
How is this guy filming this and driving at the same time?
What the fuck, man?
Now, this clip, I believe, is old. I do recall seeing this clip several years ago. Or something, at least something similar.
Ich kann leider nicht näher zoomen, aber ich frage mich, was...
Yeah, so this is, again, obviously this is in Germany. But, yeah, this is definitely, you know, a worldwide phenomenon happening now. This isn't just something that's happening in the United States or in North America. Okay, that's that. Let's go to this next video. Let's see. Okay, now this one, yeah, New Jersey mayor releases footage of orb UFO shape-shifting into fixed-winged aircraft. Now let me go full screen with this. And this is on 1/28/2025. Let's see, is there any audio with this? No, there's no audio. Yeah, that definitely looks like an orb. And, some people were saying that is it possible that this was out of focus? No, I don't think that's anything that was out of focus. I think this thing does, right, all of a sudden, yeah, now it has wings. See, so now how often do we see what we believe to be a plane, which is actually, one of these craft that have just shapeshifted? Yeah, now that definitely looks like a plane. A fixed-wing aircraft. Yeah, now, you can go back and see that this thing definitely turned into this. Watch. Right, this thing, I mean, yeah, you obviously, right, this is a plane, or it looks like a plane. We back it up. Oh, you know what? There is a cut. Oh, there's a cut there. No, I think, no, maybe that's just a zoom. Or is it a post-production zoom in? Well, anyways, yeah, this thing here. Well, okay, so there, by that point, it's okay. Yeah, by that point, it's a plane. Here, it starts looking like a plane, but here, at this point, it's still an orb. Yeah, this is definitely not something that was out of focus. This is something that was fixed in the sky. Looks like the sun. Yeah, this is not anything out of focus, but then slowly it begins to morph. Yeah, look right there. It's already starting to look like a plane. So there's no edit anywhere. There's no edit anywhere in here. It's an orb, and then right here, it's already a plane. Oh, was there a cut right there? Yeah, there was an edit right there. I don't know. There is an edit right there. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so like I said before, this is a old video, and I think, I think there's several videos of a similar phenomenon occurring. So let me start this at the beginning. I think this is the setting sun.
Some fishermen took this video, which showed these strange lights over the ocean. I tried to search for information about this video, and all I found was that it was filmed in August 1994. As for the location, I could not determine it.
Okay, now remember, this guy said this is from 1994, right? And, recently you've heard some of these mayors or some of these towns in New Jersey testifying that they had seen about 50 of these craft come out of the ocean. So, this is something very similar. Right, and we have Congressman Burkett saying that he believes that there are alien bases under the water. Again, they're not alien bases. I think they're the homes.
What
of
do
these
you think
inhabitants.
after seeing these video footage? As you can see, many UFO appear, looking like an Air Force division performing a maneuver. Some people think that these are the lights of oil extraction platforms in the ocean, but
think about that. Look, then this is another phenomenon, I think, which is just incredibly amazing, how there are adults, right? Adults who can drive cars, who can go to work and pay bills, grocery shop for themselves. They can dress themselves in the morning, but then they can look at something like this and say, oh,
this does not appear.
Those are just lights from oil rigs. Like, really?
Here to be the case because these lights are far apart.
But anyways, that's that. Okay, now, as I said here, this is, supposedly this video of hidden tunnels under Sacsayhuaman, Cuzco. Let me see what this says here. It says, despite being known for about 5 centuries, this year scientists finally discovered the tunnels under Cuzco in Peru. Why did it take them longer than literally everyone else? Oh yeah, you know what, this is where the guy talks about how everyone in the town kept telling these these academics, once again, these goddamn professors who think they know everything, that, that these tunnels were down there. But the European, right, the Western professors would, say, oh, that's not, there's no tunnels down there. That's just a myth. Because the white professors know everything.
Como la chincana han sido consideradas un mito. Sin embargo,
volume down so I can read this. However, a multidisciplinary team led by archaeologists George something Flowers and Mildred has confirmed its existence. This tunnels built by the Incas connects the Corno something, the Temple of the Sun, with the imposing fortress of whatever that word is, and they extend across strategic points of energy. Okay, let's hear what this guy has to say.
It's not like they've had hundreds of years of people telling them where this is. It's not like it was the words of an anonymous Jesuit priest from around 500 years ago that told them where the entrance to the thing was.
Según las crónicas del jesuita anónimo al construir el hoy llamado
This is Temple of the Company of Jesus, the Chicana West, because passed through the bishop's houses, giving a point of the stroke of which is located behind the cathedral of. This also indicates that the stroke of the Chinchana has, as one, oh my God, these words, crossing this line, thought the city of, all right, let's just get to the tunnels. Where are the tunnels?
Of a literal underground movement, like hiding codices and artifacts and probably people, right? I mean, come on. Next we have Friar Martin de Marura, another missionary anxious to spread his band of religion to the Inca. He found himself fascinated with the culture and he...
where was the... I thought I had it queued up where we actually saw the tunnels. I think, is it this?
Before the Inca, and the Inca had inherited them, laid the groundwork for not only the modern lost civilization hunter to look with even more interest at Peru, and the groundwork was also laid for the rejection of these tunnels based on them being pseudoscience. I mean, this was a time when guys like Edgar Cayce, Nikola Tesla, and freaking Albert Einstein, all these guys, they all existed all at once. Albert Edison, that's the guy, the light bulb guy, this thing right here. These guys, they were all like existing at the same time, right? And so you get this battle of pseudoscience versus science. And a lot of people, if you read the literature at the time, there's a lot of people that were just like, they kept to their old school beliefs in every area but one or two, and they were just like, rah! And it's cool because we got some innovations from people that were very stifled in other areas. However, it's important to point out that this was a time of science versus pseudoscience. And a lot of these ideas, like the tunnels, were rejected out of hand merely because of their association with pseudoscience. And that is a big deal. That's the opposite. You can claim to be team science all you want, but when you reject things out of hand, you are not being scientific. Alternate research.
Okay, so, I think that's I thought there was some images of the tunnels, but that's what I put this video to, because he says the same thing about how these scientists, because they think they know everything, refuse to listen to like locals who actually, know because they've explored the areas, or, they've been living in the area long enough where they've, where information had been passed down from generation, and yet these academics who because they've, they believe that they've read the right books, or they've, written enough books, and yeah, that's it. They just think that because they've read books or written books that, somehow they know more about these areas than the locals that have, lived there their entire lives. Anyways, let's go to this clip here now. This is John Ramirez, and this is something that, I think people should check out. Now, I'm not going to be able to play the whole thing. It's, it's over 30 minutes long, but I just want to play a couple important clips, or what I think is important, where he talks about, what these things are. Let me see if I can find, where was that time? 2030, or was it? At 2030, I think. Okay, so let me just back up a little. Yeah, so now here he's talking about what he thinks these things are. Oh, don't tell me this video has disappeared. Let me see if I can get it to reload. I hope they didn't take this video down. I was just, I was just playing this video. Okay, here we go. All right, let me see. Let me go to 2030 again.
Human beings. So it's all lumped under phenomenon. And the fact that we can discuss this now is a big step forward. Now, as far as what the government doesn't know, I addressed it. This phenomenon that seems to be malevolent or from strangers, I call it. The government, I think, is still grappling with that issue. And I say strangers in the sense that it is my personal belief that there are residents, visitors, and strangers. Residents being, I believe, entities that have been here long before humanity appeared, and in fact may have had some hand in making us who we are today. Otherwise, we'd still be primates with bonobos, chimpanzees, and gorillas. We're not. We've been elevated. And I believe it is the residents who did this. And I know that's very controversial, but it's a personal belief. That's how I sort it out for myself. And the visitors might actually be from other worlds. And the strangers, I don't know where they're from, but it seems very frightening to read the accounts of people, documented people, who have experienced very disastrous effects, very tragic effects with their health from encountering the disturbing aspects of the phenomenon.
Again, anyone who's waiting for disclosure, right, as he says it here, like I'm going to play that part where he talks about this, right, the government, at least I don't think, right, I don't think Trump is ever going to come out, or any leader, right, you people out there who are, waiting for disclosure, you're going to have to explain to me in the comments what your definition of disclosure is, because what I believe the definition of disclosure is right, when someone in a position of leadership comes out and basically says, hey, we're not alone in the universe, or we're not alone on this planet, yada, 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 right? And, my point is, like, why would anyone expect this government, the U.S. government, again, maybe now, with this new administration, things might be different, but historically, right, this government is incapable of telling the truth. So why would you expect the government or anyone from the government to tell you the truth, or anyone, that's in that public role, right? And even if someone like the president were to make this announcement, right, ultimately he's going to be briefed by someone like John Ramirez here, right? Someone like him is going to tell the president what to say. So instead of waiting for the president, why not just get it from the source? And this little 30-minute clip, he breaks down everything. So if anyone out there who's waiting for disclosure, just watch this clip, and he discloses everything. Now let me just play one more part where he does talk about disclosure. I think that's at 12:44.
Shoot it down. And I'm not sure that's the way to go. I don't hold my breath for any kind of disclosure from the government. Disclosure implies a top-down approach from the government to we the people. In turn, I favor more of a upward approach from the people to the government, an approach I call discovery versus disclosure. And in discovery, citizen science plays an important role, as well as now we can actually ask our candidates for office, what do they feel about UAPs? What is their policy? What is their intent on investigating UAPs?
Well, anyways, right? So says the same thing I said, that it's not going to happen. This is disclosure, right? It's going to be people like me and all of these other YouTubers and streamers, right, that are making the same type of videos. And it's like Elon Musk says, right? We are the news now, right? Because mainstream establishment news has proven that they are just incapable of telling the truth. Everything about them is a narrative. It's trying to control the narrative. But anyways, let's go to this here. As I said before, when I was a little kid, before I could even read, I was between 3 and 6 years old. We had this coffee table book, right? And I don't know if it was this one, but it was something very similar. It might have been this one. But, as a little kid, when I would get bored, I would flip through this thing. Just like this, right? Imagine, between 3 and 6 years old, right? No education, just bored, flipping through, looking at these pictures. Again, that's why I love looking, right? Because of these photos. I love looking at these photos. And I remember flipping through this and seeing, okay, right, this is cavemen, right? We got a caveman here. Eventually I learned it's Neolithic man and Paleolithic man, right? And then boom, we go right from them to cultures. But cavemen, people living in caves, to suddenly now these people crawled out of the caves and they're building structures. Again, remember, I'm a 3-4-year-old kid, no education, but even I intuitively knew that there was something missing. How do you go from that to that? Because this is right when this was the cavemen were chapter 2, this was chapter 3. And I used to always flip between chapter 2 and chapter 3 going, there's something missing. How did the cavemen learn how to do this, right? And eventually, now that I'm older, now that I'm educated, I understand that like building structures like this, right, takes engineering knowledge, takes architectural knowledge. You have to know advanced math. You have to know algebra, calculus, right, geometry. So how did we go from cavemen to people, building things like this? Let me go back just a little more. Here, how did they go from cavemen into living in structures like this? Look at the artwork. Look at the stonework. Right. And, again, now as an adult, I also understand, like hunter-gatherers, there are hunter-gatherers around today still. Okay. There's no evidence of any of them, any of these children from hunter-gatherer societies having the skills to do, or the ability to do advanced math. So, right, so there has to be, or what we've been taught, about the human development is completely wrong, right? I believe that these people that made these structures arrived from another planet. They brought their knowledge with them. They brought their culture and their society with them, which is why, if you look on one side of the Mediterranean, right, their lifestyle is so vastly different than the people on the other side of the Mediterranean. Because I think these people on this side of the Mediterranean, again, who also sunburn, right, while the people on the other side of the Mediterranean, they don't sunburn. They must have come from another planet, or they came from a civilization that existed in the interior of the planet as opposed to the exterior, right? They weren't surface inhabitants. They were underground inhabitants. Or, again, they, existed on a planet that was far enough away from its sun that they didn't need melanin in their skin. Like maybe Mars. There's seems to be a lot of evidence that there were civilizations on Mars, and I bet that if we were to see the structures that were built on Mars, I bet you they looked exactly like ancient Rome or Greece. Anyways, let's go to this article here. Randy Anderson offered technology bracelets hieroglyphics. Now, I actually haven't watched this yet. I'm planning on watching it tonight. But this guy here, a new whistleblower emerges. Randy Anderson claims to have been taken to an underground military facility where he witnessed an orb levitating and a bracelet emitting holograms with hieroglyphics. In a way, don't we already know something about this? Now, let me go down to where it talks about what he saw. Is Randy, who still claims to have seen triangular craft with anti-gravity flying around the test area. He possesses documents that verify his experience in training, including a DT-214 and a weapons training certificate obtained at Crane. Let's see. Here we go. It says Randy Anderson is a veteran of the U.S. Special Forces who made extraordinary claims related to secret technologies. In March 2014, he was taken to an underground facility at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Crane, in Indiana, where he claims he was shown a technology called off-world technology. Now, again, I think that's a misnomer. I don't think this is off-world technology. If this is technology from our advanced underwater neighbors, it's not off-world. During this visit, he witnessed a sphere levitating above a pedestal and a bracelet that emitted holographic text resembling hieroglyphics. He alleges that the latter object caused the death of one of those involved in the recovery of the technology. Anderson also revealed that while Wright-Patterson is conducting reverse engineering of the technologies recovered by the Air Force, Crane is doing the same for the U.S. Navy, including anti-gravity projects. Crane. What is Crane? Oh, here. This is Naval Surface Warfare Center in Crane, Indiana. Okay. Let's see. It says off-world technology. Little is known about this division within the Naval Sea Systems Command. Last July, the UAP GERB channel, which has been gaining recognition in the UFO community for its seriousness, released a documentary which seems to have gone unnoticed about the research division and also anonymously presented the accusations from Randy. A dive into the Off-Road Technologies Division, a program named by first-hand witness and U.S. Army Green Beret as conducting UFO technology reverse engineering. Between 2013 and 2015, RA was sent to a special weapons center located near Crane, Indiana, to test foreign and domestic weaponry. Due to his SCI clearance, the weapons instructor, a private contractor employee, took RA and another soldier deep underground to this anomalous division. The division housed two pieces of technology not made by human hand: a sphere roughly the size of a basketball with an indentation on top, as well as a clear tablet-looking device apparently projecting some sort of symbology. RA was told these devices were considered weapons due to energetic output when recovered from a craft. Both technologies were said to interact with human consciousness. Join this first-hand investigation to discover the secrets of the Off-Road Technologies Division, the connection to SAIC and Sandia Labs, and more. You know, what's his name? Ross Coulthard was talking about a lot of this psionic, that, you know, a lot of this technology that our government has been trying to reverse engineer does require some type of a psychic connection to the hardware, to the crafts. Now, I believe also, well, yeah, you know, here's that video from Jonathan Reed, where, you know, he cracked that alien on the head. Oh, yeah, here it is. Look at this little dude. Again, remember, these guys are mortal, right? You can wound them. Or say, now here is this bracelet. Now, yeah, so now here's the video with this bracelet. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can make it. Or let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, let me just play this here.
Someone's imagination. It has symbols across the front of it. This is what I found in the forest in 1996 when I first encountered the creature, or the alien. I believe that it's some kind of bioelectric interface between the wearer of this device and the owners of it, that they actually activated. It has 3 needles on the inside that actually penetrate your arm, the wearer of this, that I think creates a interface, biological interface, with the device and or the beings who use it. So my impression of it is that it's designed to keep control and communication between the extraterrestrial and their superiors.
Yeah, I wonder if this thing is something that's worn by the little grays, which are supposedly biological clones working for these more advanced races.
On your arm, the wearer's arm, like this. If you push down, the needles penetrate your skin, tissue, and into the nerves of your arm. There is some pain to it, but it quickly goes away. It becomes kind of a cold, almost a frozen type feeling. Very quickly that pain subsides. But if it functions, which sometimes it doesn't, it starts throbbing inside your chest, literally a pulsation inside your chest that starts from the center and emanates to your extremities and becomes harder and harder. And then when that happens, then it starts to be activated by, there, now I can feel it. I can feel it in my chest. It's painful, but if I hold my chest, it has a tendency to...
And did you see how that video, there was some interference there? Is it possible that interference was caused by the activation of this bracelet? I mean, I think he's faking it, but you know, I mean, is there some possibility? Or, you know, no way, that's got to be fake. I had no idea that was going to happen. But I don't think that was real. Anyways, yeah, if you want to check that out. You know, again, another thing, if that bracelet was actually made for one of these other people, that thing's not tuned to a human. Anyways, yeah, check out this article here. Yeah, this is kind of long. You know, Randy Anderson, off-road technology, bracelets, hieroglyphics. It's from, oh, you know what? I think this is from like the Spanish. I think I did a translation, because this is from ovneological.com. ovniologia.com. Maybe it's a Brazilian, because then it's a .com.br. Yeah, I believe I translated this site. Yeah, this here seems to be in Portuguese. Let me see it at the bottom. Let me see if there's the name of this. Yeah, I'm not seeing any name of this website here. But I know it, yeah, I think it's a, oh, here it is. This is it. ovnlogica, whatever, .com.br. So then, yeah, look for this Randy Anderson off-road technology. But anyways, let's go to these drawings again. Wow, you know, it's just so weird with these eyes. And I've said this before, right? These are drawings that are made by these little kids who are encountering these beings, most likely in their bedrooms. And if you notice, right, none of these beings are wearing any type of life support system. So, you know, these little guys are walking around these people's bedrooms, right? They're breathing our air. They're acclimated to our gravity. These things are from here. They're not, we've been brainwashed. I remember I've always thought that these were, you know, aliens coming from another planet. No. They're not aliens coming from another planet. These are biological creatures that are from this planet. And look, this is a hybrid. And where are these? You know, how come so many of these little kids are seeing these hybrids? But where are they? Where are they? This, I think, says Colleen. I think this represents the girl that witnessed this or experienced this. Yeah, another one of these drawings, right, where a person is taken into a room where they see not just other humans, but other creatures. Like here, you know, you see these people are naked, but some people have described seeing humans from different time periods, you know, that are, you know, they're dressed in period clothing. Look at this pantsuit that this alien's wearing. Girl, does that say Girl Scouts? What is going to these girls like befriend? Is this one in the middle an alien or a hybrid? Any of them have 3 fingers? Yeah, not too sure what's going on in that image there. Let's see. Another one of these images, is this like a representation of a moon, or is it a craft flying up? This seems to be a craft that's either sending some kind of beam down. So is this the alien, and, you know, is this the person and their family? Well, and then we got the last one here. It says hybrid girl, sick baby. Here, there's a ship up here. It says girl. I wonder if this is the, oh yeah, this is most likely the hybrid here. And, oh, alien, hybrid. I wonder if they cured the baby. And, you know, are these encounters still happening to this day? I know we don't hear about it, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Very interesting. Well, anyways, thank you so much. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for making it all the way till the end. If you appreciate the time and effort I put into bringing this information, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share the video. And more importantly, please subscribe. Until next time, take care.